This is Carcone Carne. I'm James Van Osdell. And when I walk through my neighborhood these days, I'm seeing a lot of houses for sale, and I'm seeing them for sale at prices that seem higher than I would expect. But when I thought about it, all these houses have in common the fact that they have new roofs or newer roofs. A new roof can add up to 7% of value to your home, not to mention all the savings you get on your energy bills. You need to talk to my friends at Suburban Roofing and Siding. They're a family-owned company. They serve the Chicagoland area, which means Cook, Lake, McHenry, Kane, and DuPage. You can trust their more than 40 years of collective experience. They warrant their workmanship for a lifetime, or as long as you own the home. Their premium shingles are backed with the full 20-year non-prorated transferable manufacturer warranty. Not to mention, it's a green product. Call 224-677-6149, 224-677-6149, or visit them at suburbanroofingandsiding.com.
Okay.
And welcome to Carcone Carne. I'm James Van Osdell. If you are watching the video for this on YouTube or Facebook, to my right is Dave Bonomi, owner of Peanut Park Trattoria in Little Italy on the corner of Taylor and Loomis, a restaurant that's been around for just over a year?
Just over a year, that's correct.
So I want to talk about that, but because we have hot food, I want to show that off before we start eating it.
Oh, show it off.
All right. We have in your lap,
Yep.
what are we looking at here?
We're looking at a Gemelli with an amatriciana sauce, a little stracciatella, some guanciale, lardons, some basil.
You're saying Italian words people may not know.
Okay, pork jowl. Guanciale is pork jowl, salted, cured pork jowl.
Ooh.
My business partner at this restaurant, Tony, makes this meat. It's delicious.
He makes the pork jowl meat.
He does, yeah, absolutely. He makes all the meats we serve here. Sopressata, prosciutto, speck, guanciale, pepperoni, all of them.
Sopressata, is that spicy?
There's a spicy. He makes a spicy. He makes a black pepper. He makes a mild. But yes, the one we serve is typically spicy.
Okay, that looks and smells delicious. But I'll tell you, mine smells a little more fragrant. Mine has, it's like those old cartoons, Dave, where you'd see the scent fingers coming down the hallway. That's what's coming.
You're floating, following it, yes.
That's what's coming off my plate. This is your pesto.
Correct.
Pistachio pesto?
Pistachio pesto.
Oh, my Lord.
Right, a lot of citrus. I think there's lemon and lime in there. Pistachio nut pesto, it's delicious. It's got some fried basil on top. It's some house-made tagliatelle noodles on it. All the noodles made in-house in the basement, baby.
So that's got to take a lot of time. How early are your chefs and cooks here?
I'm not the one doing it. So thankfully, typically they come in about 8 a.m. Our pasta prep.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
As I said, we're an Italian village. You got to do it right here.
You got to do it right. Absolutely. Well, if you're going to do anything in life, you got to do it right.
Yes.
Especially in the restaurant business. If you're in for the long game, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, and you got to do it right.
All right, let's start eating.
Of course, that's why I've never made 2 nickels doing this. So.
Oh, that's not true. I've been dying. We looked at all the different pastas you have, and they all look wonderful. But the pistachio pesto spoke to me.
Love it.
That was
what did it say?
It said, "Try me,
eat me,
yes, take me to the car,
try me,
have your way with me."
I'm a
Oh my goodness!
I'm getting.
What I love about this, it takes a second or two to really catch all the different flavors that are going on here.
The brightness will sneak up on you, no doubt about it.
Wow!
Absolutely, and then kind of punch you in the lip, give you a fat lip.
So with pesto, traditionally it's pine nuts.
Traditionally, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, absolutely.
But the pistachio's a really nice touch.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate that.
It's inventive. It's delicious, and oh my Lord!
What you're trying to do? Here's the thing: we're trying to do. You're trying to put a twist on a classic dish. If you're going to do a classic dish, maybe not make it the way someone's had it 40 different times at a Chicago restaurante or trattoria, if you will. Try and put a little something on it. We have a fantastic chef, kid named Brandon Cordero. He's from Humboldt Park. I mean, I love this guy, and he works for Nico Osteria for Paul Kahn. He worked worked for Chef Jason Vincent, and man, this kid he knows his pastas. He loves doing cool new stuff.
This pasta is so damn good.
Thank you.
Oh my God! All right, so again, Peanut Park Trattoria, 1359 West Taylor Street. The reviews Just if we can flatter you.
Oh,
Chicago Magazine.
do flatter.
10 hottest restaurants in Chicago right now.
Yeah, they give that to everybody.
Time Out, one of the 30 best Italian restaurants in Chicago.
Yeah, there's 29 other people on the list. I mean, how good could it be?
The Tribune does Little Italy proud.
Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, she did. Thank you. That one meant a lot. That was a big relief to get past the Tribune review. Woo! Oh my God! Wow.
So 1 year anniversary was last month. Mm-hmm. Let's post-mortem the first year. Tell me about opening this place. Tell me about.
Can I swear?
Yeah.
Fucking. Oh my God, dude! I'll never open another fucking restaurant again. Fuck this. I've done it now a couple times, and with the coal-fired pizzas, and now this. We were like any what do you call it? Dense or just hopelessly. I'm not here. I'll put it like this: hopelessly optimistic entrepreneur, if you will.
I will.
You're looking at COVID going, all right, we just got through this thing. Everybody was locked up. People are dying to get out and go eat. And so I live in Little Italy. I know that Little Italy and Taylor Street are a challenge because there's not a huge population density. You have the hospital, you have the medical district.
And the student population.
They're not coming there. No, the
Right.
students aren't going to eat here. It's out of their
Right, but I mean,
their pay grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be faculty, but they do come. St. Ignatius, their faculty, and then the parents do support. So we're coming out of COVID, and you're like, okay, you're looking at it like, okay, there's great opportunities out there. I live in this neighborhood, so I want to help bring Taylor Street back. I mean, my children go to school in this neighborhood. I'm not going anywhere. And you opened right into Omicron, and like, okay, you gotta show your vaccination cards, which a lot of people were not happy to do, unfortunately. And then a lot of your reservations on a Friday night, you're looking at all these reservations, they're just ticking off, and the calls are coming in: sick, COVID, exposed, and it was rough. And then you have a total labor shortage at the beginning. You couldn't find anybody. In fact, we were 2 weeks to opening. I finally said we're setting a date. Tony, myself, we had a general manager and we had a chef hired. We said we are opening in 2 weeks, no matter what. And they looked at us and go, we don't have one employee. And we said tough shit. Then Tony's mom is going to come cook. She's an incredible chef, by the way, at his family's restaurant on Harlem Avenue, Restaurante Agostino. And his dad is also a chef. Tony's a chef, and I'll wait table. Whatever we have to do, we're fucking opening. And they're like, everyone's, well, my management, they were not so sure. They were not so confident in that approach. No, I also had said, you guys, things just tend to work out. And they said they're looking at me all puzzled. I said, things always work out. I said, we're just going to set the date and it'll be fine. Don't worry. And then, how do you know it'll be fine? I go, because we're living in a fucking simulation, you dumbasses, and things always work out. No, I'm just kidding. I said that. They weren't thrilled about it. We're not living in a simulation, just for the record. And no, we got open, and this year was tough. Inflation killed us.
Yeah.
To give you an idea, a case of romaine lettuce is typically 5 years ago $26. It's $126 right now. I mean, absolutely a lot of pitfalls.
Well, and meat costs are through the roof.
Meat costs are through the roof, right? Absolutely. Well, Tony makes all those salamis. He'll tell you the pork prices on any given day. So yeah, it was quite challenging. But I'm glad I did it. I felt like if I didn't jump on this opportunity right now, I wasn't going to do it 10 years from now. Mm-hmm. And I always loved this corner spot.
We're on the corner.
Yep.
This is a great location.
Corner of Taylor and Loomis. It's a historic street. I used to live right up the street in a garden apartment at 30 years old with my dog. I didn't even have cable. I didn't have money for cable. And I was just trying to scrape a couple nickels together. And I used to walk past this place with my dog and look at the restaurant and I go, man, that is an incredible room. It's your classic Italian joint, your classic Chicago joint.
But with a creative spin on things, like the pesto. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people talking about your meatballs.
Yeah, we recently got written up on the meatballs. That's right.
Well,
beef and pork. It was a meatball compromise.
A good meatball is an important thing. Like, not everyone can make a good meatball.
100%. No, you got to have. The texture's got to be there. For me, it's got to be moist. And if it's not moist, I throw it out. And meatball, you got to do it. You got to. I know people are. It's so cheesy. And cooked with love. It's love in this, but there's a lot of care that goes into making, I think, a good meatball. It's such the simple things in life, like a meatball, like other simple things, your kid laughing or something. Those are the things that really, they keep me going. The simple things in life.
Well, to me, meatballs are like pasta. Everyone has had bad examples of it.
Oh my God, yeah, probably more bad examples than good examples. Sadly.
Right. So when you have a good example, man, it's really exciting.
Oh, I get excited about meatballs myself. It's like Italian beef. There's 10,000 places that serve one. There's like 4 good ones anywhere.
That said, I'll eat even bad Italian beef.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, I won't. I'm not.
If I load up the giardiniera, I'm good.
I'm also not like, I won't do it. There was a time in my life when I would, but I'm also not, bad pizzas like bad sex. It's better than no. No. It's got to be good pizza. I'm not here to eat bad fucking pizza. It's got to be good. I saw you, my buddy Bill Jacobs on this show.
From Peace Pizza?
He makes a good pizza. I've been trying to collaborate with that guy for years. He won't take my phone calls.
No.
But I love his pizza. Yeah. No, I don't know what his
that.
problem is. I have no idea. Been trying to make... No, I'm just kidding. He's a good friend of mine.
I don't believe
Billy's the fucking best, dude. I love him.
Let's talk about some of the other pastas.
Yeah, fire away.
The hardest thing about doing this interview is I had to choose one.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
The one that really kind of excited me was the... there's the gnocchi with sweet potato, country ham, and seasonal mushroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That sounds, if we want to take it back to pork for a second, that sounds delightful.
Thank you. Yeah, no, gnocchi's good. Very good.
And this seems like a slam dunk crowd pleaser. The rigatoni with prosciutto, vodka sauce, breadcrumb, and chive.
Yeah, that's your sort of right down the middle fastball.
And then
for sure.
The bucatini with... What's that? Pepper, Parmigiano stock, pecorino.
Cacio pepe. Yeah, very basic. All in the technique. Yeah, absolutely. Simple pot. Again, something simple. 4 ingredients, and it's one of the best things you ever taste. Butter and noodles. Forget about it. It's
right.
What the hell? When we were building this place and we were doing recipe development, sometimes we're going to taste a noodle that we were making downstairs, and the noodle with the butter on it, I was like, man, this is what this restaurant should be about. It's like, let's just serve butter noodles. It's great. Sell out every night.
It's great when you're sick. It's great when you're healthy.
100%.
Butter noodles.
Goddamn.
So I know you do a happy hour thing.
Yep.
Or you do smaller bites like sliders and things like that.
So yeah, we were doing some sliders. We had chicken parm slider, your meatball slider, yada yada. But what we're gonna do now is we're doing these Calabrian chili chicken wings that are coming out this week that are freaking out of this world.
That's not what I would expect from you.
Yeah. No, these guys, the fellows in the back. I think they were really, really high, and they were like, "Why don't we take this butter, this honey, and this Calabrian chili and make the world's freaking best chicken wing?" And I was a little skeptical at first. I'm like, chicken wings? God, really?
What's Calabrian?
Calabrian chili is a chili, from Calabria, and it's becoming very popular the past 5 or 10 years in cooking in the United States. And my business partner's father is from Calabria. His grandfather still lives in Calabria, frigging with olive oil trees and growing Calabrian chilies and doing all this incredible traditional, keeping this incredible tradition of their family going. Excuse me. So Calabrian chilies, they're delicious. They're spicy. And so they're bringing the wings out. What else do they got going? We do the pizzas for happy hour because of the coal fire connection. What do we got? Oh, we're gonna start doing. Am I saying this right? Supli. It's it's and they deep fry it into like an arancini ball. It's out of this world. It's pasta and it's deep fried.
Is that like
forget about it?
Is that like an Italian street food?
It is an Italian street food. Yeah, I should have the pronunciation better. I was born here, not in Italy, but my business partner was here. He speaks Italian fluently. Supli, but yeah, it's ridiculous. They made one with carbonara last week, and it was, man, wow, knock your socks off.
That sounds amazing.
Thank you.
And cocktails are important. You gotta, in general,
for sure. Yep.
As a blanket statement, cocktails are important.
Cocktails are important,
but the right cocktails for an Italian restaurant.
100%. Yeah. No. Wait. What was your question?
Well, I was getting there. Let's talk about.
I totally cut you off.
The Negroni.
Yeah.
That's like a must-have, and that's something you got to...
It's a staple, yeah, for sure. A lot of people are going to walk in, sit at the table, and just bring me in a Negroni. Absolutely, for sure. I did have... Remember I was telling you before I was in a band? A great friend of mine who's the singer, guitar player in that band from almost 30 years ago. A guy named Anthony Setacasa. He lives out in L.A. and but he flew in and did some grappa, specialty grappa drinks for us. Not many people using grappa, so he made us a little cocktail list.
I never hear people talking about grappa.
I know, right? Like a grappa old fashioned. He made a grappa Manhattan. So he came in and did that. He ripped apart our bar and put it back together, and he's got some really cool cocktails on there. And he revamped the wine list for us. I mean, it's a little Italian joint. You don't need to have 90 bottles.
Right.
Price point from $32 to $2,000. You need your Italian red table wine. You need your special occasion bottles and your whites. So there's really pretty straightforward. I like to not complicate things too much and keep it simple. Stupid is a mantra I like to go by.
Are Manhattans a go-to?
It was actually a cocktail called a go-to. I forget what's in it. I don't drink, but no, it's a lot. Yeah, tons of Manhattans are sold here. Tons of old fashions. Tons of Negronis. The grappa drinks are starting to move. Yeah. Also depending on the time of year. Would you like a bite of this? You're doing pretty good on the pesto. Tagliatelle.
I love the fact that you're a talker, Dave. Mm-hmm. It's enabled me to plow through this delicious dish. And do you mind if I stick my fork in there?
Oh, get in. No, kidding me? Come on. Get in there. Let's go.
All right. I got to get some of that pork.
Stick it in. Oh, yeah. It's like candy. I mean, check it out. You know, stracciatella, you got the pork. It gets you here. It gets you. Isn't it freaking delicious? I'm telling you.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a pig jowl right up here. My business partner makes it. Awesome.
It's super light.
Yep.
Super crispy.
Yep. Salty.
Probably crazy fatty.
Oh, my God. But the good kind. I think there's
the good fat.
I think there's all kinds of omega-3s in that. Fatty acids. The whole deal. Whatever.
That's a really interesting taste because it has hints of what we know from bacon.
Yeah.
But it's a different flavor altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. That is delightful.
Thank you.
That is darn delightful.
I told you, man, this guy knows what he's doing.
And, I mean, we're recording this in the middle of January.
Shit, we're recording? You said, how long?
If there's anything that says winter food, it's the stuff on this menu.
Thank you.
This is what
that's what we're going for. Comfort food, man. Make you feel good.
Like, it's cold outside. I just want a big plate of delicious pasta.
You and me both.
So you mentioned the creative juices that are flowing that are bringing wings to the menu. How often are you concepting stuff? How often are you?
Every day, endlessly.
For real?
Well, yeah. I have a young chef who had never been. He's what's called your son's in the culinary world, the CDC, chef de cuisine as they call it. Us pretentious assholes, and he had never been a CDC before, and he jumped at the opportunity. And man, he's looking to showcase what he's got, and that's really what I liked about him. In fact, he pulled up right in this loading zone when he came in to stage. He pulled up.
Hang on. Yeah. I didn't know what a stage was till about a year ago.
Oh, yeah. It's spelled like stage. You know what those are.
So it's like an unpaid internship for a day where a chef works in the kitchen for free. And basically it's like
what they got.
It's like courtship. Does the person doing the stage belong there? Does the restaurant have interest in...
Do you like each other? It's a first date, if you will. So, comes to stage, and he's driving this fucking 1986 Toyota Corolla with the tow writing, all that scribbled on the window, and he's got a cigarette all the way down to the nub with the ash hanging off, clenched in his teeth as he's backing in.
This sounds like a scene from a Jerry Bruckheimer movie.
Oh, my God. Yeah, no kidding, right? How about it? Bruckheimer, you can use that scene. Bruck, the Bruckinator. So he backs in, and he's pulling in. He's got this big beard, and he's a big, he's a big heavy-set fellow like myself, and I appreciate a man of girth. And he's got this fucking look, and I just turn and I look at my business partner, and I just go, this is the fucking guy. That's our fucking guy. And he's like, how do you know that? I'm like, because that's fucking the guy. I just fucking know it. And he came in, and we had one of the worst, most miserable chefs. Oh, my God. And I not proud of this. I lit up our chef de cuisine at the time. I was very hard on him, and not in a way that I'm proud of, but I popped off, right in the kitchen. And there's a lot of profanity flying. I'm quite certain the tables heard it. And me and the chef de cuisine at the time ended up stepping outside. And it was I was not sure if I was going to get punched or not. But we ended up. I calmed him down. I calmed down. I went back in.
You scared me away from working in the restaurant industry.
You got to be tough, man. You got to have thick skin. You got to be tough. So I walk back in and I look at this guy, Brandon, and I go, well, I guess you're fucking done because you just saw that and you're not going to fucking work for me because you're going to, whatever. Nice knowing you. And he goes, no. He's like, I like the passion. He told me. He's like, I can appreciate an owner that cares. He's like, oh, really? Oh, okay then. All right. Why don't you come back tomorrow and we'll see if we can. Anyway, within like 30 seconds, he became our chef de cuisine, and he's outstanding. I mean, he's from, like I said, kid, Humboldt Park. Love it. I love any young, grew up in the city. Mm-hmm. He's not Italian, which I love when people who are not Italian cook Italian and do it incredibly, just for whatever reason.
That bowl of pesto, like, I know when I come back here, Dave, I'm going to have to try something different. I can make a case for ordering that every time I come here.
Well, thank you. It's quite flattering.
Wow. Just appreciate the pistachio.
Thank you.
With all the citrus and the olive oil and, oh, my Lord.
I'm still going.
Oh, I know.
I'm going in there.
I'm feeling kind of, I feel kind of bad. Like, did I just totally pig out in front of you? But you are talking.
No. I virtually never stop talking. I talk incessantly. Ask my wife.
The one thing we have not talked about.
Yes.
An important part of any Italian meal.
Mm-hmm.
Dessert.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm glad you asked.
I saw the bartender serve up a cannoli as we were.
Yeah, you got a cannoli, but that's not the action here. The cannolis are great. No, don't get me wrong. But what you want to get here when you come, and we have some cool desserts up and coming. But the one thing you get when you come here. So I mentioned my business partner's mother before, Anna. She's cooked at Restaurante Agostino for now almost 40 years. She's from Naples. Mm-hmm. She makes our tiramisu. And I know it's like, okay, tiramisu, whatever. We've all had it 5,000 times. I have never I have at least 2 out of 3 people that have it stop me on the way out and say, are you the owner? I said, well, yeah, I'm one of them. That's the best goddamn tiramisu I ever had in my life. And it's Tony's mom.
They all
makes
swear.
it.
They're so excited about
best
this.
Goddamn swear. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah. Exodus fly all over this place. This is Taylor Street. People were... This was a mob stronghold until the 90s. So, yeah, there's all kinds of bad stuff going on.
Was it the 90s? Are they done?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. If they weren't, I don't know if I feel comfortable saying it in a microphone.
Fair. But the tiramisu is...
It's out of this world. Oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's absolutely... In fact, I can get you a fucking order right now.
Like, fucking A.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You want a tiramisu? Hang on.
So... For those, I mean, we all know what tiramisu is, but explain it. It's soaked ladyfingers.
Yeah, right. I don't know what goes in. It's awesome, though.
It's awesome.
That's freaking outstanding, man.
All right,
Let me call it in?
Yeah, call it in.
Here.
Will you eat with me?
Yeah, hell yeah. Kidding me? I'm Italian, man. That would be like the biggest insult of all time. Let's call this guy.
We're calling inside the restaurant from directly outside the restaurant.
We're calling.
We could probably walk in, but...
Hey, chef, could you please run us out a tiramisu on the fly, please?
On the fly?
We're out. They just sold the last one.
No way!
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Oh, my God.
That's how good they are. That's how good they are.
I know. Tuesday night, we sold out. We could call Tony's mom, but she's going to have to come in from the northwest side.
That's how good the tiramisu is.
Coming in from Cumberland and Foster.
86 tiramisu.
Let's drive to Cumberland and Foster right fucking now. Let's go. All right, Bundo. Thank you.
86.
Thanks. You're fired. Bye.
Well, that's good. That speaks very well of the dessert on a Tuesday night.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
That's hilarious, though.
Have this guanciale for dessert. It's quite delicious.
I do enjoy savory.
It's sweet and savory. I'm so
you're
sorry.
You're sweet and savory.
How about that build-up? That was great. It's the best tiramisu you've ever had in your fucking goddamn life. We're out. We're out tonight.
Yeah, sad trombone. Yeah, call it.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
That was the biggest wah 2023 so far. Holy shit.
All right, so I mentioned all the accolades, all the people who've expressed their admiration for what you're doing.
I don't know if we have any accolades, but go ahead. Sorry.
The praise, the tribune.
I don't know.
Timeouts.
They might have been being generous. We're in the tail end of a pandemic. They probably won't see me go under just yet. But thank you.
So, I mean, you're past the 1 year. I mean,
yep.
The growing pains in building this with all the shit swirling around, you're past that.
I hope so. For the love of God, I hope so.
Yeah, we all hope so.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when we sit down and do this 1 year from now, what will we be talking about?
Oh my God. Great question, man. That's a damn fine question, James. I hope I'm telling you that we're expanding hours. We're now doing lunch. The whole year was pretty great. We're building on our clientele. People are coming in for happy hour every night and that sort of thing. The White Sox are playing well, so the fans are coming before the game. Mm-hmm. The Bulls and the Blackhawks are maybe better in some regard, and we're getting, but yeah, great question. Otherwise, I don't have a great answer for it.
This would be a great place to go before or after a Sox game.
It's a great pregame for the Sox. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm a fourth generation Sox fan, so I appreciate when Sox fans come.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be great. Well, I'm thinking afterward, too, on a weekend.
Heck yeah.
Like on one of those 120 games.
Hell yeah. Totally.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Uh-huh. All right. So, again, the restaurant, that's Dave Bonomi. Mm-hmm. He's one of the owners here.
Yep.
It is Peanut Park Trattoria.
Trattoria. That's all right. Trattoria.
God, did I just sound like the most
No. Everybody says that.
Anglo-rube?
Man, no, it's okay. Yeah.
I'm just going to call it Peanut Park.
Sort of waspy, but it's okay. Peanut Park Trattoria.
Trattoria. Peanut Park Trattoria. I wish you had corrected me earlier. Now I feel terrible.
Yeah, no, I mean, we didn't know each other that well.
Yeah. All right, we'll fix it.
We hadn't shared our pasta yet.
Yeah.
Trattoria.
Trattoria. I'm not going to say it again. I'm too scared.
Actually, if we want to hear something sort of ironic about that deal is part of the reason I named it Peanut Park because my grandfather, Italian, 100%. He was the most unpretentious person, and he wasn't one of these. If you're not Italian, you're no good. He appeared to be American. He liked baseball, and my dad is the furthest thing from being pretentious as well. So when we named this restaurant, I'm like, I didn't want anything pretentious. I didn't want it in Italian. I'm American. I was born here, and I paying homage. I want to pay homage. Yada yada yada. But then the designer's like, well, you can't just call it Peanut Park because no one's knowing what the fuck you're doing there, dude. What is it, a carnival? Is it a hayride? Is it what the fuck are you doing, dude? So he's like, we got to put Trattoria in behind it, and I didn't realize that was super fucking pretentious. Like, shit. So I pretended myself, out pretended myself.
Peanut Park Trattoria, 1359 West Taylor Street. In Chicago, the corner of Taylor and Loomis. And whenever I think of Loomis, I think of the psychiatrist from the Halloween movie.
Yeah, Dr. Loomis. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, man. When I saw it, I had older sisters. I was like 8 years old. My sisters had me watch Halloween. Dude, I still sleep with the lights on. Traumatized. Fucking traumatized, man.
Donald Pleasance, he defined my childhood between Halloween and playing the president on Escape from New York.
Oh, yeah. Oh, totally.
That was how I grew up.
King of exploitation roles. I love it.
I was raised on John Carpenter movies.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, you got to love the Carpinator. The Thing.
The Thing.
Dude, I was a huge Thing fan. The Thing.
I feel like
still am.
The Thing, when it came out, wasn't a thing.
Yep.
But people came back to it and said, oh, yeah, that was...
I think so. You're exactly right. Yeah, right. Cult classic, man. It was cold. It was dark. It was, no happy ending there.
No.
And yeah, it aged incredibly. Yeah, what an amazing movie. But yeah, Halloween, man, dude, there's a time in my life where if I saw it on the preview guide, I would go check under every bed and like in the closet, like, ready with a baseball bat because I was scared Michael Myers there. Not cool, man. Not cool of my sisters to do that to me.
I will defend to my death that Halloween, the theme song to the movie, the score, is the best in movie history.
Yeah.
Better than Superman, better than Star Wars.
I read that they screened that to an audience without the music, and everyone was like, I don't know. It's kind of scary. And then he added the music, and people like myself were traumatized for life. That's like one of the characters in the movie, the music. Yeah. Oh, it's terrifying.
Before we cut loose here, have we covered all the food? Is there anything you want people to try when they walk in the door?
The pastas. I mean, I would like to stand out. We were talking about. They're made in house and they're made in the basement. We put a lot of time and effort into them. But our entrees are outstanding. We have an incredible freaking pork rib dish that sits on polenta that Yeah, it's with chipotle onions, some house pickle. My buddy grows the peppers. We pickle the peppers here. It's just out of this friggin' world. You could do a lot worse at places on our steak, which got a great write-up in the trib. Not to, you brag, but yeah, no, everything we make, I think there's a place for everything on the menu. There's no throwaway dishes. There's not like, yeah, let's just put that on as filler. We carefully curated the focaccia we make here in house every day. There's a lot, obviously the meats, the salamis, the salumi, if you will.
I will.
Made by Tony. Thank you for doing that. The mortadella is it's the best mortadella you've ever had in your life, and everything on that board is made by Tony, and the andouille that his family's made for generations. So far back, they don't even know when they started making it.
Hey, as you're saying all this, I'm wishing I had more room, like
in the car or in your stomach.
In my stomach.
Yeah.
I'm wishing like I had more space for this.
I can send you home with whatever you want. Yeah,
that all sounds amazing.
Oh, thank you. Hey, I appreciate that. It would taste even better.
All right, so the hours
Yeah.
over here at Taylor and Loomis are
4 to 10, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 to 11 Friday. We open for brunch at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 11 a.m. on Sunday, and we close 11 on Saturday and 9 on Sunday.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, go here, Peanut Park Trattoria.
Nice. Fucking nailed it, man.
Nailed it. Boom. All right, Dave, thank you for doing this. Thanks for feeding us tonight.
This is more than my pleasure. I had a blast.